All right. I've awakened after 1,000 years of slumber. um Boy, I used to have a whole introduction. That was a whole gimmick, huh? Yoko Sono Sakai no Ro. I'm so just mentally exhausted at this point that I've completely lost the ability to use a second language. So might as well. We're going to be doing Yu-Gi-Oh anyway, so I don't. We have to disregard the primary language to begin with. Can't read. I've never used deck build dueling book. Never. I have to let you in. Confirm. Hello. Yeah, I was like, wait, is the other one locked? It might be locked. I can't remember if I like locked it so like weirdos couldn't jump in. I had that happen one time. So my special guest for this haha I lived return live stream. I have a Shadowman V4, very good friend of the stream, and potential like Yu-Gi-Oh antagonist. I wouldn't say necessarily a Yu-Gi-Oh friend, but you know what I mean. For what he's going to do to us, either like during this deck building process and or afterwards as a consequence, just like play testing or however he beats up on us. I'm expecting it. No, Shadow is going to be great. Actually, we've been killing it in our co-streams of Yu-Gi-Oh! Spirit Collar. We're like ending a long drought of what seems like endless grindage that Shadow has to do the actual mechanics of. I know we're not done, but I'm putting it out there that there deserves to be some kind of accolades, because I refuse to believe that we're gonna make some science out of this shit. We're not doing it for no reason, Shadow. We're gonna confirm the numbers in that forum or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, actually, yes, we checked this out. Took us about 85 hours. Oh, I know we are, brother, but just dedicated to I'm they're talking about hours dedicated to each thing. You know what I mean? 100 plus battles each. That's going to be a process. That's going to be a process. Um so what I have up in front of us for the stream is I do have up dueling book. I've never actually used dueling book. I was reminiscing to myself in the other chat before I switched over, that this is all this specific application is new to me. I've just never had a reason to get into it because I've always like known what I wanted to play. Um and so there and and this was so long ago that it was like kind of pre before easy access to the internet and applications and this kind of connectivity. So outside of Master Duel and all of the other official Konami ones, this is my first time in an alternate simulator. This is the most popular one, isn't it? Shadow. And you said no. You don't know. What do you use to practice? You just use your cards. That's how quaint. He just uses the cards he plays with. No, actually, I mean that's what I'm saying. I think I'm coming from a very similar sort of mindset in that that is what I. So my thinking for the beginning of this here is, I'm going to literally just put in what I have for my current deck, and then we'll go from there in terms of tearing it down or consideration of different archetypes. Because at least this way, I can kind of properly uh, explain the. What'd you say? You you weren't able to sleep? Why? What happened? Oh yeah, I mean, like, don't feel like the mission is like Shadow. Your mission, if you so choose to accept it, is to make sure I place first. And like, nah, man. Like, I'm not expecting like a positive outcome. I would like a positive outcome at some point at the very end of this. But like having this is why there's like a preface. I even kind of wrote like a whole like script down for this brother. But like the preface is, I'm not a master of my craft necessarily, and I'm not even like really a competitive genius, and I'm not pretending that any of my ideas are brand new or original. Although I don't really know of any of the applications of this kind of strategy or this particular kind of pigeonholing. I'm sure there are other people that do it or do it well, and I just may not like know who they are. I think it's just really sufficient to say that I'm a person that's really just passionate about warrior monsters. I like what they are and what they do. And I think some of it is just there's like history behind it. Like these were a lot of the really early cards, and I mean early, like when they very first released this shit in like, I don't know, 2005 or something, 2004. I don't know what year it was exactly, but uh, like the cards were mostly warriors, and that was kind of just the archetype that I ended up like falling in love with, or just vibing with in a way that like I understood, and that's what allowed me to kind of like keep an interest in the game, even like when I wasn't competitive anymore, or even when I was really not even playing. I would still kind of keep up on the ins and outs of the game, and so that's just that kind of what fed me, uh, you know, from an early age, and to keeping up with it so that I could even use it as a topic for conversation, etc. So I'm gonna be adding cards in, and I guess what I'll do is I'm just gonna read off some of the script that I wrote up, and I guess I'll add this. I'm gonna cut this up into an actual thought processy YouTube video, and this will be my incentive to finish that. Is actually just kind of broadcasting it and putting it out there. So, I mean, the whole thing is a process. I'm One of my concerns is like what I'm currently playing, and even like what is possible may not themselves vibe together. So to Shadow, again, I'm not expecting like I'm not expecting even like necessarily a good result, but I'm going to continue the traditional mission that I give myself usually when I do this kind of nonsense. You play a very specific deck though too, don't you, Shadow? Yeah. So, and have you always played Earth Machines? Is it explain your raison d'etre for Earth Machines. Too good. No, I mean honestly, like it's really like I think you're allowed to just be really entertained by some of those really interesting parts of the game. And by really interesting, I mean like okay, read it off for me. Oh, well, hold on. I'll pull it up. Gotta, you're making me remember how to spell. Machina Citadel? Cannot be normal summon or set. Must be special summon by card effect. Quick effect. You can target one machine monster you control, destroy that monster, and all monsters your opponent controls with attack less than or equal to it. If a face-up Earth machine monster you control, except Machina Citadel, is destroyed by battle or card effect, while this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card. Oh my god. You can only use each effect of Machina Citadel once per turn. Yikes. So you just have to have a fodder on field, and then he pops and he just he keeps on coming back. I like it. That's why I used Arcana Joker, or the Joker's Night rather. You said you can just double click on a card. Lies. Triple click. Quadruple click. No. Are you like? Is there like an app for it? Is that what the reason is? Like maybe I'm in like web browser and. Okay, I was just making sure I wasn't like. I felt like I was doing this wrong at first. Okay, let's give that a try. Oh, yep, sure. Right click. I left clicked, yeah, but I thought you said just double. I thought you said double click. Yeah, I'm remember I'm from the caveman era to the internet. So some of the newer things in the deck that I do like Therian Bull actually I think works out super good in terms of like he gets a special just as long as you have a warrior in the graveyard, and then he automatically puts an equip on the field too, which if you're kind of gearing up. What was? When this card is activated, you can add one Therian monster from your deck to your hand. Once per turn, if your monster would be destroyed by battle, you can send a Therian or Endless Engine aggro system from your deck to the graveyard instead. Once per turn, you can target one Therian monster in your graveyard and add it to your. I'm not. I mean, honestly, not incredibly bad. What do you feel like? What's the first thing that you set up on the field, Shadow, when you're like setting up? Well, I mean, like, so what's your win condition for Earth Machines? Just make as you burn for 8,000 on turn one. Okay, it's the only way to play the game. Hmm. Okay. Well, that explains why I play Warriors the way that I do, which is a little bit more defensively and interruptively in terms of like negates and keeping you out of the graveyard because our Yu-Gi-Oh comrade. Yeah, well, you're not wrong there. Oops, all hand trap. Fuck. So some of this is more antiquated than others, right? Like Therian is much more recent in terms of support or the subtyping than Red Eyes Fusion. Um, so everything is on the chopping block. Honestly, there is nothing that's huh. What's target for Red Eyes Fusion? Red Eyes Slash Dragon. Oh, what Sword Hunter? Oh yeah, that's because that's not the correct one yet. I'm just going through and I'm grabbing them when I see it on the screen. But like straight up, I'm not sure if this is worth rent because now that Verte is not a thing since my last working, like I don't believe that this is a viable strategy. I'm merely documenting the deck just as I have it, so that way I can just kind of explain what the thought processy. But yeah, I mean, like it's I think fusions are way more complicated to get to now. Honestly, it was easy when you could. It was just +2 and then jump in. You know what I mean? But now, unless the only exception to that is, I really do like face card fusion, in that there's a lot that enables having uh the poker knights on the field. I do like utilizing the poker knights because Joker is essentially a free summon and then lets you recycle light warriors, which there's a ton of support for. Not that fucking guy, but um, and that adds a little bit of recursion to a deck that admittedly adds a lot to the graveyard, and uses up a lot of resources. And so I think that's face card fusion, not necessarily like the shining example of the sub archetype while we're talking about it, but um, it's just it's in front of me. But yeah, and so I was running face card fusion because you could get to it instantly from Verte, and then go into Guilty Gearfried. I still think Guilty Gearfried is actually kind of good, because of his own self protection effect. So like if you were completely screwed and you for some reason couldn't get to anything, you could still at least go to Guilty Gearfried and then set him out, and then what are you gonna do? Pop me? And then one, two, three, I assume. Because of all of the necessity of running the poker nights to enable Joker, I was running unexpected die so that I could pull out Queen's Knight faster. And then I was also running Arturagus as an alternate, which worked out pretty good. If you didn't have one, you usually had the other. So I really like crossover as a card, just in demonstration of kind of the mechanic that I ideally in my head would like to gravitate the deck towards, or I think is mechanically what I'm driving at just like what the deck is doing. So what crossover does: target one face-up monster your opponent controls and one warrior monster you control. Equip that opponent's face-up monster to your monster as an equip spell, and if you do, until the end of this turn, your opponent takes no damage from battle involving that monster you control. You can activate one crossover per turn. While equipped, if the equipped monster would be destroyed by battle or card effect, destroy the monster equipped to it by this effect instead. I just think it's really emblematic of kind of what I'm getting at here. I do like the equip mechanic. I think taking people's um, ammunition out of the graveyard really turns off a lot of shenanigans. Um, how effective this is actually in practice, I've had limited success in Master Duel, and the problem is I just don't think it's a very good like litmus test for the notion. And again, I'm sure that there's someone or some people or someone else that's doing this better or has already thought of this. um I feel like I've checked like like I've got a bunch of discords on my thing for different groups, like the like Baron DeFleur and the Noble Knights, Discord. I get a whole all that shit, uh, and I'm not without having actually gone into every single one and begged for the information and the intention. It does not seem apparent to me that that this is a contemporary idea to abuse the equip mechanic. Um, so that said, I'm the reason why we're doing this the hard way is because I can't find any other real um material to further base the deck on. Because I'm sure, like, is Earth Machines pretty formulaic at this point? Like, there's cards that you absolutely have to have, etc. Shadow, right? Um, so for the various different like sub types for warriors, there definitely are. But for this specific idea that I'm driving at, I don't know. And there's been for the benefit of us and the content of the live stream and the video and anyone that might listen to it in the future, I think the upside is that there is more contemporary support for in terms of utilizing this notion. Now, it's not explicitly warriors doing it, but I think kind of just traditionally that's how I was introduced to this idea. Was just via it being warriors. I'll switch over to the information that I prepared ahead of times because I kind of wrote some of this out, and I'll just add that in while I'm adding cards into the dueling book here, Shadow. So here's the history. For several decades, I played the warrior typing in Yu-Gi-Oh, stemming from the initial heyday of Beat Stick and Toolbox Warriors, when competitive Yu-Gi-Oh players in the Wild West days of the early 2000s. I approached subsequent decks on my various returning to Yu-Gi-Oh with the premise, how can I make warriors the most meta-relevant or competitive as they possibly could be? This thought arises from the feeling of the typing sort of being relegated to an introductory or starter deck kind of classification and not being viable for competition. And due to my previous history in early Yu-Gi-Oh, I continually maintained that catalog of warriors whenever they newly released, and then sort of the subsequent equip and support cards and into the present day, with only minor exceptions. Like I don't have any copies of Amazon or Lightsworn Ninjas, and I think maybe Ice Jade. But that aside, I have a what's that? One more time. They are Aqua, but I think the vast majority of them are warriors. Like maybe I'm thinking of the wrong one. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's what it is. My apologies. Ice barrier. Isn't it ice barrier? They're mostly like water typing warriors. Oh, I have no idea, brother. I mean, like that. That was why I kind of like stood clear of it. I was like, I don't understand this, and I don't know what this is. So, I'm gonna. um. So today, what we're working on is the latest iteration of that initial concept that we sort of explained. And since we're deck building today, I'm putting all the cards out there. So in short, I locked myself into the warrior typing just because I like these, but I'm not like married to not having anything else in it. Like if we if it turns out that uh adventure and Mikanko are the two ones that end up doing this the best, which it very well could be, then there's a discussion to be had there about including them or how we can best splice them together. Um, there's a lot of one-off support too that also I don't necessarily know how to categorize because it doesn't necessarily go off under any one specific subtyping, but there's a whole bunch of cards like here's this one. Like arms regeneration. It applies to quite a bit. It's like an older anime card. Oh my cat. And it's hang on one second. I gotta let this thing in. It just enables equip shenanigans. It's not incredibly sophisticated, but I just wouldn't categorize it under one specific typing. It kind of falls under a more general category. Um, so equip cards have historically been sort of a de facto support for warriors and other early Yu-Gi-Oh archetypes. Equips are normally used just to boost stats, and or they have a basic effect protecting from destruction or retrieving something else from the deck or something like that. Uh, I believe equipping as a mechanic allows for a bypass of critical piece of competitive Yu-Gi-Oh, which is the graveyard. In effect, equipping opponent's monster as an equip on your side of the field breaks the ability for your opponent to utilize graveyard effects to further their combos and just utilize it for resources. We aim to use this mechanism of equips to break the opponent's graveyard and board the warrior's propensity for battle-based effects, all in conjunction with competitive strategies that are applicable. So again, like whatever we actually can end up doing in the grand scheme of things. I don't think that I'm not under any pretense that it's going to be able to do anything kind of revolutionary. But just doing the doing the best I can with the resources that we have. That's sort of the idea. One one copy of Rhoda. Careful now, I'll pull a single card from the deck. Watch out. I do think the what's that? Yeah. I even to this day, like I am not sure if I necessarily agree with this, and it's getting less and less ideological in my reasoning and more just like I feel like we've power crept way past like needing to limit a single searcher from the deck like that. I don't know if that does enough. It's a spell and it pulls a single card. Yeah, it's not a quick play that generates a Sky Striker token anytime you fucking want. That can be repeated back. You know what I mean? Like it's a. I think that there's just in terms of like what the game necessitates, we should stop pretending that the library is uh as useful as like yes any level 4 warrior. Which level 4 warrior are you gonna pick, Shadow? Like Armageddon Knight? Isn't he banned? Armageddon Knight seems like a pretty good candidate for that kind of thing. Hello, Kohaku. I apostrophes. Uh, you gotta use apostrophes. I'm not sold on Bauer. Like he's probably the very first thing that's getting the cut. To be perfectly honest, I think there's like 3 of these things in here. Sometimes I get asked like the why, and the why I feel like I summarize sometimes. Um, no, it's I just don't have that like actually like pieced together. I think Kohaku. So I usually I can't tell. Is that a thing people do nowadays where the Discord and the and Twitch chat are integrated? I'm not I don't know if I'm technologically sophisticated like that. Historically, that's been my problem. You mean like is my voice not showing up in on Twitch? Or oh, is that what it is? Maybe. I don't know. I didn't know that was a thing. It's optional. Oh, why would it do that? Maybe I don't have it logged in. Say something, Shadow? Hmm. No, I guess not, huh? I don't know if I have the mental bandwidth to solve that. I I I thought I had chat. It's all in here. I don't think it's a glitch. What's that? I mean, I don't really need to do anything. I'm just doing it for posterity, I guess. Maybe we can take a reset here. We'll be fine, I suppose. You're just the voice in my head, I guess, Shadow. Yeah, I don't really know why that's not working because yeah, it really is. Like I see the like the output, so I'm not sure like why it wouldn't be like picking it up. That's the crazy part. Hang on. Let's say something with your classic comedy.
Hi, Bill Swift here for Flex Tape.
I don't know if Kohaku is still in chat for to let me know if audio is going through.
Oh no, it's working.
Okay, good. Then I'm glad. I don't know why, but I merely just like refreshed the IP of something. Okay, crisis averted. Jesus, you don't even know how much I started sweating. Yeah, the reason why doing the live stream just to hold myself accountable, just to create something and I guess to let myself know that I'm endeavoring towards something and not wasting my own time. Does that help? Let's say a little thing called the human condition, Shadow. Not really.
You're assuming I'm human, which is the first mistake.
I've made a grave mistake.
All machine in here, okay? I started to realize this deck has been a fucking mess. What the hell am I thinking?
What's that?
I'm looking at what I've created, and I hate it.
Your Earth machine monstrosity?
Oh no, I'm trying to help you, but like,
Oh, okay. So your version that you have. Okay.
yeah, I was thinking of some shit last night, like couldn't sleep.
I get it. This is your answer. I understand. I do enjoy it for sure. Either he Dan. Um I do enjoy it. I think that's why I'm trying to make him as good as I can. Um I mean, they're going to jail today, so that's the whole thing. That's the reason why we're kind of in mourning at the moment. Is Isolde going to jail does sort of mark the end of very generalized equip slash warrior support. So uh, I'm not crazy about the rule change. I guess I understand from a strategic point when they're talking about it enables Exodia
FTK.
nonsense. Yeah, but I don't know. Like at this point,
Look, Isolde doesn't enable like 3, 4 Exodia FTKs. I think I'm good.
we could just ban Exodia again. That seems like the better answer.
But
You,
okay,
you guys are just mad that you can do Exodia on the first turn. You're not mad that that other people can FTK you. Then I grab Ogier. Didn't spell it right. I'm hoping that they'll be back. I just don't know if they will. Thank you, Kohaku. We will. I promise that we won't go insane. I got the Joker's Wild in here. A single Arturigus. So there is a lot of contemporary support in terms of what we could be doing here. And that's the upside is I am very happy um that there's actually an incredible list like all of that brand new Infernoble stuff is very interesting. It may not be good, I guess, in the grand scheme of things, but it is interesting for the notion that we're driving at. Please learn to spell, Rob. I'm looking at what I got here. So there's cards that I've immediately taken out just because I believe that they were probably too memey to join the rest of us. But I can include them just for posterity and recording what we're doing here. But we did have the Royal Straight Slasher, and he's terrible. um, Same thing with Ultimate Baseball Kid and Disciple of the Spell. So they were just kind of omitted because that was just where I was last time I was playing. I was kind of just experimenting with what I could and could not do, and they've made it to the you can't do that list. Um, you can't make this kind of stuff up. You know what I mean? You kind of gotta go with it. Oh, I can look at my own chat. I don't want to do that though. All right, so we'll put in one of these thing, and then we'll call it good. So this is essentially the deck right here, Shadow. And yes, it requires to also show the extra deck and then have the proper mourning for Isolde. Isolde's going to jail. Did she deserve it? I don't think she deserved it. She's an accomplice of Exodia. Get her. I want to that whatever that new card. It's I think it's a I don't know if it's branded or not, but it looks like a wanted poster. It's like a secret rare.
Oh,
They
yeah.
got we're adding her face right to that shit. Behind bars in the slammer. I don't even want to like add her in here because I know it's what we're gonna do, but I'm sorry. Two ends. Jeez. How do you say this one, Shadow?
Look at that.
Uh, Heroic champion. I
What now?
want to hear you say it before I try to say it.
Okay, hold on. I fucking stream delay. Hold on.
You're good. Claivoesolish. Oh my god.
That's the rank 4 yellow armor, right?
Yeah. Is the stream too small? You can tell me if it looks too little, y'all. I have the ability to fix this kind of shit.
Oh,
Lavoinish? The
I,
Clavoslosh?
I remember it is a specific way to pronounce it. It's some weird shit.
I'm positive this is Welsh, so apologies
Uh,
to all the Welsh people. Clavsolish?
look, I'm bad with fucking English. Okay,
Clave
I don't know what the
Solish?
fuck
Clavonish?
names all this sound fucking though, man. Like I'm bad with English. Okay.
That's fair. It's fair. Sorry. So I think it's this gentleman is the one who I really wanted. I like the sword, but the sword requires you to run that other fucking thing. The Eye of Timaeus or Fang of Timaeus or Critias, one of them.
All Hermos.
Claw of Hermos. I say the other two.
Yes.
I said the
That is
exact two
correct
other cards.
twice. How do you goof up?
I'm 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 special. I'm special like that.
I'm sure you are, buddy.
Oh, guaranteed, guaranteed. The fact that I almost wrecked the stream earlier is proof positive.
Almost.
Okay, so this is, or wait, I know. Did I put in? No, I got living fossil. I was like, I have to have at least two of these, otherwise this shit actually verifiably doesn't work. Okay. Taking a moment.
Alrighty.
Almost everybody has an explicit purpose in this, and it's
Allegedly.
allegedly, and it was to spam out at bare minimum 2 warriors so that you could get to a sold, so that you could
Shit.
what's that?
Do some funny shit.
Yeah, and you would do the comedy where you add like you special summon out Ogier as the second card, or depending on the situation, ultimately to get to Gearfried, put him in the graveyard, bring him back, put him back in the hand, or equip him, whatever the scenario dictates that you have to do. And Gearfried was sort of the ultimate abuser of the mechanic. When Destroyer Phoenix was in the game, I was using him in Master Duel. They work really well together too, because you always have to have something to destroy. And then in the adventure variant of this, and
You just destroy it, Phoenix Enforcer. What are you talking about? Wait, hold on, I'm confused now.
now you can destroy you
You
any,
just destroy Phoenix Enforcer though.
or you can destroy the equip and then it pops back.
Hey, sure.
And yeah, and he does get destroyed like quite often. But frankly, I think that kind of thing doesn't really matter to Destroyer Phoenix.
Alrighty.
Do I need to pull up some master? Does Master Duel treat it differently?
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay, I was like, I'm pretty sure that it allowed you to do this. I feel like I did it a couple of times, but I could be, maybe I've had too many head injuries. Um, where do we want to start, Shadow? Do we want to just tear it apart right away?
I'm fine. Oh, mate, look, I'll be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't gotten to deck. I found out some funny combos, but the actual put the deck together, I don't fucking know.
No, I get that. Yeah, that's the reason we're here, is to figure that out. Um, Isolde not being here really for me is what makes me want to like literally throw the notion away, almost, because not being able to add things to the equips to the graveyard essentially at will, um I think does a lot that destroys the viability of the idea. In this version, in what I was using in Master Duel with Adventure, um, it's not great, honestly, and especially with the way that Adventure is limited in that format too. It just it sort of made any kind of variant of that kind of problematic or not viable. What is how does Adventure actually work in TCG? Are we limited at all?
No, we play through everything.
So we can play. I could play the full Adventure. I could play full Makonko. Um, And that's sort of now because going straight into Isolde is not a thing. Going straight into Verte is not a thing. Um, I don't know if I can see us going in that direction. So even like Renaud, I don't know if Renaud can be in the deck. Um, because honestly, that seems really, it still seems really slow. Um, he's having another special enables you to get to like a link, but I'm just trying to like everything is so limited back to its own subtyping now, honestly. I can go through the cards of additional support too that I've thought about using, but I don't necessarily have any actual use case for. And I've went ahead and I've removed I went ahead and I removed all the ones that are going to jail essentially are non-viable. They're not even in there anymore. All right, what about Ken and Gen? Because wouldn't have having two level threes let me get into the?
It gives one to your opponent. What the hell are you talking
I mean, don't you get draws off of it though? And aren't we back to snatch steal? And
about? Yeah, it's like I don't know.
the reason why I was thinking of leaning more into level threes was because that would let you get to what the Xyz armor or whatever, Xyz torpedo, whatever the hell it's called. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, we're rolling Jogan the Spiritualist. We're not, but or maybe we are. I don't know. Maybe maybe I'm done with special summon monster. We're taking it all the way back. Nobody gets a special summon. I don't know.
Um, like in my like manic sleep deprived thoughts, I've come up with these two replays.
All right, show us with the replays, and I'll watch what we're looking at. Did you like send it to me? Yeah.
Yeah, I damn.
Yeah. Protected by captcha. Okay, so it's adventure with Hopier Squadron, unexpected die. Okay. What happened? He mulliganed?
No, I just want to do like straight and then like with the Enchantress.
Okay.
I want to show you what that does.
That's fair.
I think the fast forward button is pretty good here, but it's gonna take a bit.
Okay. So I'm not familiar with the, so I just hit what, fast forward a little bit?
Yeah, you'll see where we're headed.
Okay, getting the adventure, sure. And I often use Draco back on the normal when you don't have anybody else. It gives you Utopia. Go for double or nothing. Dragnar. What's the other one though? Titanic Galaxy.
Yeah. You summon it during the opponent's turn because you're no longer locked. I just did it there to just to show that you can do it.
So, how do you get out of the? Well, no, I guess there are they.
Yeah, you
No,
summon
he's a dragon. How do you get past the?
you summon it during the opponent's turn. Because Dragon has a quick effect.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't hate it. I don't hate it for sure. I mean, I've run some variant of this, but I've never put. I don't think I've ever run Titanic Galaxy.
Let you negate spells.
I do like that.
Well,
I do like that. So I'm not opposed to it.
and then double or nothing. You don't even use it. You just like discard for like roll straight next turn or something. Honestly, double nothing's absolutely fucking worthless.
The double or nothing,
You play it because you have to.
just to enable Utopia, right?
Yeah. Just take activate double. Utopia double.
And then you just like meme giant hit somebody.
I guess.
All right. I mean, like, I some
Okay,
bit.
so you got the Omni off of Rider. You got the spell negate off of Hoparv, and then also you got like a reduced attack to 0 with Ragnar.
Am I able to see who else you have in the extra deck, etc. here?
I rather you didn't check because I'll be disputed. It's a bit of a mistake.
What'd you say?
It's a bit of a mistake what I put in there.
That's fair. That's fair. He just wanted to show off the good parts. Shadows being the car salesman, slapping the top. Don't look around back. All right, but yeah, I like this. This is fine. I haven't gone into Utopia in a while. I didn't think it was still a thing. I used to always do Utopia Lightning, and then double or nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I guess I'll look at the other one here.
Yeah. I don't think it's as good. I'm still not 100% sure what to do with it. It seems interesting. I let you know.
All right, so Fleur and Noble Knight, unexpected die.
But you're not on the right tab.
I'm not.
Wait, hold on. What?
I'm on the right one.
Okay. Oh, sorry. My bad. My bad. Okay, stream
Power Revolution Synchron to Power Trill Dragon. Is that what we're doing?
delay. Nope. It's even worse.
Oh no, Queen's Knight. You're right. It is worse. Okay. Do a little bit of fast forward here, huh?
Yeah.
Excuse me, to Dempsey,
Yes.
and then it. Hang on. Oh, you're going too fast for me now.
Yeah. You can hit the pause button anytime.
Okay. What is on? So we went to Dempsey into Armor Fortress,
Yes, because it's a rank 4.
and that allows you to pull
Yeah.
out the Xyz nonsense.
Yeah. Yeah. The spell card is just so I don't have any materials on Armor Fortress.
Okay, that's fair. So this is in portion what I was referring to earlier. Cannot be used for material while it has material. Once per turn, you can detach up to 2 materials from this card. Add 1 armor X cards from with the different names equal to the number of detached. If a monster equipped with this card battles a monster, any battle damage. Okay, I mean it's hilarious, sure. And then you get both of those.
Yep.
So what's the target one face up you could control, and 1 Xyz. Equip that monster from the graveyard to that other monster. Okay, hilarious. I don't think I've ever actually read Armored Xyz.
Well, if it's not in the TCG yet. Is the problem. I know we're getting soon in like Maze of Millennium, so you know.
That's fair. I mean, I don't mind doing a little bit of forward thinking. I mean, that's kind of what this whole endeavor is about, right? Is we're
To be
doing
very fair though, for OCG imports is very weird because we got like one Earthbound Servant and the rest are stuck in the OCG, and we got the fusion monster, which you already know is the problem with that, right?
yes, yes. I think I recall this scenario in which we don't have the actual materials to do the thing.
Alright, I guess we should carry onward here.
If an Xyz monster is on the field, immediately after this resolves, Xyz, 1 Xyz monster you control, you can banish
Let's
this.
make Dark Ray Lancer during one turn, and then after that, you can banish it to equip the rank 5.
Okay, so we're shuffling.
Oh wait, shit, I truly fuck this. No, hold on. I can just equip Density. Fine. Wait for a
Stardust
second.
Charge Warrior
I gotta draw one card.
off the yeet. And it's I think the Power Tool Dragon is the monster I think most people are familiar with like equipping nonsense, right?
Oh no, this is Power to Mecha Drake. This is a different one.
This is the different one. Oh,
Yeah, this is the level 9, which gets
now
you 3 equips from deck.
so then you grab Almace, Durandal, and Joyous,
Yep, whole gang.
and then grab somebody from the deck with Durandal.
Yeah, this one isn't like quite complete. I'm not exactly sure what to do from here.
Sure.
I do know I can make Barone using Revolution Synchron in Graveyard, and then you can also make Dark Ray Lancer, which lets you absorb a opponent's monster during their turn.
That would be bad.
Yeah, it's like what 2 interruptions and like a bunch of shit in hand.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that sounds probably more, even more interruptive than the variant that I had come up with. So that doesn't sound too bad. Doesn't sound too bad at all. In fact, that sounds kind of cancery. I'm not like sure what to do from here. That's fair. That's fair. We don't have to have it all figured out right now. It's an exploration of ideas, right, Shadow? She's like, sure. All right. So taking us back. I feel like I've explained the idea. Um, Now it's really like what we want to do here. So my interpretation of what you've presented so far is I like the idea. I think you understand the mechanical tool for sure, and I appreciate what you've given us. Yeah, I mean, but the decks aren't complete yet, though, right? Because we still haven't figured out what the hell to do. But we
Yeah.
just kind of have some memey combos put together.
I do have a couple more I can show off real quick here.
Sure, sure, sure.
Uh, I'm like some other stuff we can do I can do we can do the Utopic Dragonar combo, but instead of Raven Messier, you can like hop your squadron to make like any level 7 synchro during my turn using Jack's Knight that you have on field and hop your squadron in hand.
Yeah,
So you
that.
make Black Rose, Moonlight. You can also make non Dragster for our spell negate.
I mean, anytime that you start doing the our
Uh,
turn, comrade.
which is pretty funny because Noble Knight's Shield Bearer adds a Wind Beast monster.
Who's our
Op,
target? If not
Optimus
Horsey,
Squadron.
the squadron.
Optimus Squadron.
The okay, that I understand. I understand. So actually,
Uh, Also, with Thorough Stray, we haven't normal summoned yet, so we can like normal Revolution Synchron. Make the VSAS Synchro.
oh yeah, that's a good
It's
one.
a light warrior. It gets you the Midenum counter trap, but you just negate anything.
I like both of those.
Yeah.
Do we have it all? Do we have it for replay or no?
I can quickly make that real quick. It'll take like.
No worries. No worries. Take your time. See, I'm going to go through the list of potential support, but stuff that I know is not necessarily vetted uh, for use in the deck. You know what I mean? Just as part of the ongoing discussion.
Yep.
Let's see. So I put Gen out there. I know there's gotta type the whole damn thing. It's like a pimp named Slickback. No, we gotta say the whole thing. Ken the Warrior Dragon. The whole damn thing. I think that what interests me off this is running the lopsided version of this where you have I think it's like 3 Gens and 1 Ken, and it's just to give them the one card so they have to so you can automatically run the discard and then you get the draw off of it. That's my understanding of how it works, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like we kind of need our normal summon.
We kind of need our no. You don't need a normal summon. No, you're right. We kind of do need a normal summon, but um, no, you really do. You really do need that normal summon though. What else here? I've got a big list of support stuff that I've generated the past couple of months. It wasn't in anticipation for Isolde like going to jail, but you know, here we are. I'm gonna throw this stuff down at the side just so we know that it's for meme consumption only. The Immortal Bushi mourns the mortal body. I do like this one because then anything that we were happen to be running in the deck that's light that maybe could get some benefit from recursion to back to hand. If we are running Joker's Night, that would allow us to pop back or any of the like the traps, Joker's Straight, Joker's Wild, would allow us to shuffle back that light warrior. So, I mean, any light monster then becomes something that's able to be juggled back. The real question is there anything that we aren't already running that is light that we could change? I don't know of anything off the top of my head, but just for as part of the thought experiment, I guess it's a thought that occurred. Maybe like if you were running not honest. Who am I thinking of? What's the other light hand trap? It's like a lady with blue hair.
Killer. That's a boy.
Yeah, effect veiler. And so like just as a way to add effect veiler back into the deck, I guess. But outside of a limited applicability like that, I'm really not sure how I would use it, but it's something that I've considered. Or maybe just like being able to add someone back to the hand if you were still for some ungodly reason running like the warrior returning alive, or you know, I mean, I honestly have still think about it every once in a while running it just because the ability to add gear freed back to the hand kind of guilt free is kind of nice. Okay, you're gonna hate me for this one because it's probably the one that's least applicable of the list, but
Oh boy.
mm,
Here we go.
yeah. Once per turn, if a Noble Knight card you control will be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can destroy one equipped card you control instead.
Oh, the fucking Camelot field spell.
Yeah, Camelot.
I don't feel about it. I feel like the other one's better.
Which one?
Infernal field spell.
Oh no, the museum probably is better for sure. He's in here too. Don't worry. Because I don't like the second thing of this where you swap out to
Well, I mean, it does bring itself back, so it's not gonna, not really, it doesn't gonna hurt you.
So what would you gain from like the tag in tag out of Camelot?
Okay, so the idea I assume is that it technically gains the effects of the other field spell because
Okay,
it comes back during the next standby phase, and it activates the field spell from hand, deck, or grave.
I'm doing the weighing thing. Hmm. I still think probably just comparatively apple over apple, it's just better to have just run museum, right? I'm reading.
It's not like you're losing anything. The Camelot comes back next turn, and then you can bring back the round table, use the Camelot again. It's just the other round tables mess.
Yeah, Roundtable's a super mess. I actually kind of hate Roundtable. I don't. I think I've maybe played with it once on recipient of the Noble Knights the first time around. I was like, oh, that's cool. This is
See,
bad.
I'm looking at these effects. Fuck me. Like the only good ones are like a 9 or 12.
Yeah, that's that's too much though.
Yeah, different names. Fuck.
No, no, that's too much. That's too much. Okay, how about do we like the brand new Infernoble stuff?
Oh, I think they're good. It's just I don't know how to. I mean, like I ain't finding like easy combo.
Oh, I mean, this is this is the problem of our time or of my my haunting, I guess.
Like Ricardo Turpin, great, like wonderful cards. How do we cram them in is no question.
I have no idea. That's sort of where I'm at too. It's that like there's a bunch of things that are cool mechanically by themselves, but I don't know how you splash it together.
The new Link, amazing, like 10 out of 10.
The Emperor Charles.
Yeah, because because it lets you equip Charles from grave, which you can then use the field spell, summon Charles from grave, and then make the Link one again. So you just have two negates.
I really like this courageous Crimson Chevalier Bradamante.
Yep.
She's also very high up on the list of wow, that's a great card all by itself in a vacuum. I don't know how to use this.
I mean, let's get an equip from deck. You can summon off a king, get it off of a King Density.
I mean, yes, I know that, and I think that's one of the reasons why I'm considering more strongly running cards like this because now that we don't have easy access to a sold, um, at least Bradamante would let you throw equips away, right?
Yep. Yeah, go equip like in, I don't know.
Let's see, fire recovery also just in the context of Infernoble specifically, and maybe a little bit like with keeping the gear free to equip abuse in mind. Um, seems good. Like target one fire monster in your graveyard. Send one from your hand to the graveyard, and if you do, special summon the targeted monster. You can banish this card from your graveyard, and then target 3 of your fire monsters that are banished or in your graveyard. I take it you have to have the 3 banished though. Shuffle them
Oh
into
no,
the
banished
deck,
or in the grave.
and then draw, and then you get a draw off of it too.
I say
Um,
break even.
So it like this seems pretty good to me, honestly.
You know,
Um, so that's something else that is up there for consideration. There's Emperor Charles. Charles in charge. Oh, there's too many Emperor cards. Charles? Yeah, there you go.
oh, it's all mech boards, isn't
What'd you say?
it? It's all mech boards, huh?
Yeah, it was.
All
It
right.
was.
Is that an Earth machine I see?
Might be. You get the. Whoa, calm down. Calm down. He got excited.
That's when you get a spell and it gains 4,000 attack.
Yeah.
Augers. You know, I used to play fucking exactly Grenell and fucking Noble Knight and fucking yeah, because it has a continuous spell. So
Okay. Now we're exiting the area of my support knowledge that's becoming less cohesive and more like this is just random shit, Rob.
are already playing random shit.
Oh, trust me, I know, but even by my own metrics, it's just it's not okay. So now it's all adventure and Mikanko. Oops, all adventure and Mikanko and Visa Starfrost. Um, so my feeling from having watched some of the combos that you sent over, and is this one that you just sent? This is the newer.
Yeah, this is the one with fucking Visa Synchro.
Okay, so let's watch Visa Synchro because I think that kind of leads over into what I was going to um, go into. Is that I think you're displaying a little bit higher technology um, than I was previously putting into the deck. Specifically, I think there's a lot more with synchros that I could be doing, especially now that we're not doing all the link nonsense and fusioning. Give me the case, going for the Joker straight. Get Rhoda back. Play
Sorry,
Rhoda again.
no, I need like a discard for
I needed a discard, so I got Rhoda back to throw it away.
yeah. You
That's
thought I was gonna
fair.
use Rhoda,
I mean,
huh?
yeah, no, it's fine. It's because it was gonna go one of two ways, but I honestly like where your head's at because that's just this is the whole reason why I include it. But um, for some reason, I hadn't put together using Revolution Synchron. Hello, Utopia Double.
Yep.
And then we double or nothing into, yep, Dragnar. Hello, Visas.
Yep. It's a Karen trap. I kind of wish the Visa Synchro wasn't a tuner, because if it wasn't, I could make Power Tool Dragon.
Which dragon?
Power Tool.
Power Tool Dragon.
Yeah, on the level 9, let's get 3 equips. Oh, that would be funny.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was gonna say I can't think of anyone else that fits that because I don't think Tri Edge or whoever is the same level.
No, I mean I want Visa to not be a tuner.
I don't think there's anybody that takes tuner off of anybody. I only know how to give tuner to people.
Yeah, I don't know. If I had, like a level 1 extender, maybe.
You're Bradamante, probably.
The Bradamante,
A Bradamante or Renaud?
are they both tuners?
Is oh yeah, I'm sorry, they are. So you need a level 1 extender that's not a tuner.
Oh fuck, Fire Flint Lady.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Oh wait, I'm like the Light Warriors. Oh, never mind. I forgot Joker straight.
We're limited. Shit. That was pretty good. I like all of these strategies. It's just about how do we unify it in a cohesive way. Because otherwise, sometimes it ends up just being a jumble of different meme combos, and then when you only have like one piece of each, it doesn't work.
Like the anime.
Oh yeah, you don't say.
Sorry, I fucking
I wish for everybody's mental health that we showed more often all the times where Yugi was like, "Fuck, I bricked."
I was recently reminded that like the first duel of Yugi and Pegasus, there was a time limit. In Pegasus won in time. Very ahead of the time. That's all I can say.
I personally, I mean, I don't think I've ever been slow played like that where it kind of killed me inside, but
I have been all.
you've been slow played to death.
My man was sitting for like 2 minutes doing like nothing, just
Oh, that's
twirling his thumbs because he gained 500 life points out of fucking droplets. I mean, that was
I
if
get
I had like 2 extra
droplets.
seconds, I could have burned it for 2K.
That's rough. That's very rough.
No, it's like, oh, what's in your graveyard? What's what? I'm like, buddy, come on.
Isn't that being deceptive though? Didn't they just I just read a whole big thing. I think it was like NBT talking about like the deceptive like commentary. Like you can only be inquisitive up to a certain point, and then like if you're doing it intentionally to be deceptive, isn't that in itself against the rules?
Like Judge was watching the whole time, he had no issue.
No, but also it checks out. It checks out pretty good there, Shadow. Okay. So what else have I not grabbed?
Allegedly, I've been called for stalling because my first turn takes 5 minutes. I'm sorry.
It's a long combo.
No. I literally went. Okay, I'm not gonna ask you any fucking questions on if you're gonna hand trap me or not. If you got no trips, I'm just gonna keep going. And he said yes. I still took like 5 minutes because you know Earth Machine turn 1 is very long and boring. It makes like nothing.
It is very long and boring. Let's see. I've got a whole list of cards in my head. Let's
I like to
see.
mention I wasn't like just barely out of time. I extended time like 3 minutes. So I don't think I was stalling for time at that point.
All right. Some of this is just kind of organizing my thoughts, but for
Hey,
sure.
Fire Flint.
Oh yeah, Fireflint. So the Kitsunebi struck me as sort of an interesting combo, especially if you go light warriorless in the beginning. All face-up monsters on the field become fire. If your opponent has a fire monster on the field or in their graveyard, while this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon it. This card can only use the effect of once
Yeah.
per turn. Blah blah blah.
I guess my question was how we're doing fire monsters exactly.
I mean, nothing now. I'm trying to reframe my thinking because before it was keeping it not half and half, but we were. I was specifically making sure that I was running at least some kind of different attribute for the purpose of one, so there being a good target for visas. Two, when you did face card fusion, having someone of an
Do you even really need to
opposite.
run thesis? That seems a little weird.
No, 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 no. Just, I mean, that's what I was doing before. To clear the idea. And then before it was to like when I was running face card fusion through Verte, just to have somebody that was a different attribute. But
Why?
again, we're not there
I
anymore.
just realized base card fusion lets you add any level 5 or higher warrior if that interests you for some reason.
Face card does.
Yeah. Let me fucking.
I,
There's a light warrior fusion.
yeah, fusion
They
summon one light warrior monster from your hand or from
yeah
your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as fusion material. If you control a queen's, king, or jack's knight, you can use one monster from your deck as fusion material.
yeah. It's sorry. It's Iden the Conqueror store lets you add a level 5 warrior on summon. So there's that. And it's 2 5 or higher warriors to summon it.
So which card is that?
Conqueror star.
Conqueror Star. I've thought about using the I've tried using the Star Warriors before, just not to great effect.
Yeah. I was saying like you can get a search off.
Mm-hmm. No, no, no. I think again, it's one of those ones where objectively by itself that seems like a potentially positive card. It's just about finding the right balance. I wish I could have a longer
Let's you
list.
search. Oh wait, never mind. You already send it from that grave off base grid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was like, oh, you can add jokers in there, but like, oh, you sent from that grave off base grid. You don't even need to worry about that.
And the added benefit of running it through face card is then if you have someone like Gearfried just in the deck, then you just chuck him into the grave.
Yep, and then you can add back off of like your nobles.
Yep, any of that nonsense, any of that nonsense. So I do like that, but that means like if we wanted to lean into that, that you'd have to run like more face card fusion, and I'm that's sort of
Yeah,
that's what I'm weighing. Like, is it really an endpoint for the deck? I don't know. I'm not sure. It does, at least face card doesn't lock you into anything, but you don't get any recursion off of it either. So like it's really, am I going to have a queen's, king, or jack on the field? Maybe, probably like 50% of the time. But like then how many times are you actually going to have this in hand ready for your usage?
gotcha.
Is there any way to still be able to go into fusion, or look for a fusion, or is that completely gone?
It's more or less gone. Like if you do, you gotta take up your normal summon, which would be a little awkward.
Uh, Joker's Wild. Does Joker's Wild, during your main phase or battle phase, send one spell from your deck to the graveyard that specifically lists all. So Joker's Wild would still let us
Yeah.
activate it from deck.
It also lets you activate Thunder Speed summon,
Yes,
which is
yes,
then summon the Wing Dragon Rod to your opponent's field,
yes,
retrieving 3 other monsters.
yes. We've also given consideration to that and sphere mode.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I mean I think these are not bad options. These are not bad options. I think the problem is that I'm, if it's considered a problem, is just that it's too varied. You know what I mean? Can you believe someone said that they posed it as an if. They said knights are dying if Isolde will be banned. And that, man, they're already gone. She's gone. She's already on her way to jail in handcuffs. There's also a lot of stuff with specifically Elemental Neos, and that's the one that I've been like the most afraid of the direction to go in, because I don't feel like it does anything and it's too reliant on fusion, and I would have to double back and
The only one I would use his connector, but that requires you playing Isolde. So
Yeah. Well. Yep.
Connector so Aqua Dolphin lets you rip hand trap other hand, comedy, then make Isolde. Oh,
Rip.
Isolde. Whoops. If connector's a level 3 though, ooh, then we'd be playing the game. You go, connector, some Aqua Dolphin, make uh, what's the armored level 3 guy?
uh,
Torpedo.
XYZ's armor torpedo. Yes, I've got him right in front of me. Two
Yeah.
level 3 monsters cannot attack unless it has material. You can
You
attach
draw
two
one,
materials. Yep, draw one. If
then
you
make armor fortress.
yep.
Insert
If
arsenal.
equipped with monster battle until the damage step, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects. Also negate the effect of all face-up monsters they control. If an equipped monster is an Xyz monster, your opponent cannot target it with card effects.
But, connector's level 4, unfortunately. So
Yeah, rip. I'm going through my pile here.
yep.
I also thought of when uh, during the early time of Master Duel, I played around with the idea of trying to smash Magic-y um, Poker Nights and Adventure together in terms of abusing the normal protection from Magic-y to
But you already
innate.
got that on faithful.
What's that?
You already got that on faithful. No, never mind.
No, no, you're not wrong. I never like I I feel like it's a intergenerational thing. Like I'm so old I don't know what you're talking about. Which one?
Don't worry. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Hmm. So I almost feel like this is kind of how it's gonna go. I'm stripping out floral. And if we don't know what to do with all of the Infernoble equips at the end, I do start to question how much we need the reliance on Heritage of the Chalice if like we're not going to be running a bunch of them for the purpose of getting someone back out on the field and then going back to two monsters and then going into a soul. Because yeah, like Durandal gets you +1, gets you 1 on the field. I could search out Arturagus. Boy, I'm having to think my entire thinking here, brother. It's very disorientating for me. Do you have any other combos that you've thought of?
Are you pass over my deck list? I guess. Keyword being incomplete.
Sure, sure. I mean,
Like fuck you.
all
This is
of
a
all
mess.
of the lists are pretty incomplete at this point, so I wouldn't worry about that too much.
Alrighty.
He warned us.
Yeah, no, it's just one just I found kind of funny. why is face card? Okay, okay, okay. Ignore the face card fusion. I don't know when it's there. I
Is it
think
just because we were talking about it and it slipped in?
I think so.
It's fine. It's fine.
I'm still not entirely sure what to do here.
Okay, so I see the normal suspects so far.
Yeah.
Uh, Fluert to Fleur is to send a Noble Knight back. Is that what this is?
Okay. This card is a very dumb interaction with Power Tool Dragon.
Okay.
So its effect lets you negate a card by sending equip to the graveyard. Here's the thing: Fluorite just equipped itself back to your synchro.
Yeah. 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 It does the boomerang thing. Uh huh.
Yeah, so you just get like infinite uses out of that. But also which also lets you trigger your Dark Knight Lancer and Charles because you equip the thing.
Okay. I like the sound of all of that. Um,
Don't know how we're gonna get all that out, but there you go.
yeah, that's kind of that's where we're at in terms of the game too. Is that sometimes it is wishful thinking. While this card is equipped, the equipped monster can be treated as a tuner. You can only use each of the following affix a Turpin once per turn. If you control a monster with a equipped card, you can special summon this card from your hand or graveyard. But if you summon it from the graveyard, banish it when it leaves. Okay. I mean, I know what these guys do mostly. Banish this card from your hand, special summon one level 4 monster. If this normal or special summon, you can target one level 4 in the graveyard, except, and then special summon. So he can bring someone else out when he's in the graveyard, or he can special summon someone else. Oliver is our other tuner.
I just for spacing reasons, I put a lot of the Infernal like extra deck. I probably should have.
Oh, it's I mean it's fine. I mean, because honestly, the Infernoble extra deck is kind of thick and not great.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm surprised you didn't run more Griffin Rider. Is it just because you're going straight into the
No,
power tool thing?
you search it off with Faithful. That's it. You don't need to play more. You go right. I activate Faithful from deck. Add summon, add equip, then make Griffin discard the equip the token.
No, I think Master Duel has ruined it for me because I'm thinking of both of these as way more limited.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's it.
Sorry, that's not your fault. That's me. I'm like, wait, what? You can you can do that? I thought it was like a single interaction. You need to have like a you had to have a whole bunch of them.
I just need the one. That's it. Just, the spellcaster or the spell.
So and then are you hoping to draw hop your squadron? Or how does that work?
You can search it off of the Noble Knight Shield Bearer. It's a wind beast.
That's right. That's right. That's right. He's the horse in this scenario.
It also lets you add Baku the Beast Ninja, which that's funny. Which activates effectors added from deck and by card effect.
And lets you look for more ninjas.
It, yeah, but I mean that's it. That's in natural. But
During your opponent's main phase, quick effect, you can target one face-up monster you control. Special summon this card from your hand, and
yeah,
if you
because
do,
you have a spare Jax, now you can make like Black Rose, Don Dragster, because you're no longer locked out.
hmm, that's all. Like I'll have to learn how to do the Black Rose shit because I've never done that.
You just do it during your turn, and then hey, look, I can summon your turn, pop all cards. Whoops.
That wasn't too hard. That wasn't too hard at all. Gradamante. all of the normal enabling bullshit. Just the one copy off of the synchro.
Yeah, you got off using the sync right. Doesn't matter.
I thought this was banned still. Is this not banned?
What's not
Phoenix Blade.
Oh, it's legal.
It's legal? I thought this shit was banned. That shit was
Well,
banned forever for like 10 years.
was it?
It was for a crazy long time.
Yeah. Well, as long as I remember it being legal, so you know.
There used to be some kind of draw loop or something like that with it
Oh
using.
no, no, there still is. There still was. That's what got fucking smoke grenade banned.
Yeah, that too. Okay, so I'm not completely crazy because I was like,
Hey, look, is that infant fodder for Aqua Dolphin? I see.
so Shadow's list is probably a much more complete articulation of the idea so far.
I'm bound.
No, no, no. I mean, I just in terms of also incorporating some of the support things that we're talking about too. And I've never like I hadn't seen Power Tool Dragon Yeet Rhoda to the graveyard to enable Joker's Night.
Yeah, Battle Dragon. You can just stay. Get equip 3 things from deck.
That's
How
crazy.
cool.
So some of this is underpinned on then when we get Armored Exceeds then.
I mean, we're gonna get that in like a couple months from now.
Okay. So I might need to get Hoppier Squadron, is what you're telling me.
Maybe I don't know. That's if we go that route. Oh, I forgot to put I forgot to put Life Extreme.
Which one?
Life Extreme. If a monster's battle destiny is changed, which is what Power Tool Dragon can do,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta pop a card. Also, just gives Power Tool some extra attack, which is fine.
Okay. I
Um,
like it.
it's even want to keep on build.
I'm gonna have to build a flow chart for this shit, man, because it's way more complex than what I was doing.
I don't know, man. I'm trying my best here.
No, no, you're doing fine. I'm forcing myself to evolve a little bit beyond the average caveman.
Like I know a lot of decks, but when I have to actually like fucking deck building this shit, I only know your Earth Machine because
That's
it.
I 100% get it. I really do. I just the archetype I stuck myself with was bad at first, so there
Oh yeah,
wasn't.
playing against Fire King, no problem. Like I understand what you can do, just like that. Putting that together, off not happening, buddy. I don't know what you play like one Grunix. How many Grunix do you play? 10? Who knows?
This is I feel like this is good food for thought to start with for sure.
Before Mech Assembly? I don't know.
One tuner. How do you play it? How do you make a Charles? 2 4s?
Those are 9. The fuck are you
He's
talking
9.
9?
So what's your common way of going into Charles then?
Look, same way I make power tool. Actually, no, I can't. Never.
this is These are the burning questions. These are the burning questions.
I've messed around with the Inferno stuff enough.
No, me either. Like I don't know how to
Stuff
use
forward.
Emperor Charles. I don't know how to use Emperor Charles for reals. I avoid him like the plague.
You make the level 5 synchro, equip fucking Phoenix Blade, some shit. Oh, I'm sure my buddy Roland would know something about it.
We're gonna have to look it up.
It's like level 4 extender. But Rose, if you can get the level 5 synchro, you like maybe do it.
Which level 5?
Angelica,
Yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm.
yeah, I equip like Phoenix Blade to her or something. Once again, I know he's old, makes it kind of hard to do that.
It does. I feel like it really changes the whole thing. Also,
Oh wait, no, hold on. You can add Chevalier and equip the fucking thing from deck. Well, it doesn't mention fucking Roland, so never mind. Roland.
Is it? And what is that horn of off of Horn of Oliphant?
No, it's called or Quilfan or one card that mentioned Charles, which is a little weird. Oh wait, shit, no, you get the fucking museum. It
Because it
gives
mentions
you
Charles.
yeah museum at mentions Charles.
No, wait, does it? Hold on.
It's at the very bottom.
I was just
If
looking
you
at
while
this.
you do not control and well known that Emperor Charles, you're lucky the warriors. Oh what a
What a tragedy.
oh, but
Alt.
if you do have them though, you can just do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah, that's always been my saving grace. Is anytime it says you can only summon warriors, and I'm like, ha ha ha. I'm
You
already two
fool!
steps ahead of you.
I played all of you.
Yeah. You didn't know. I wanted the ferocious flame swordsman.
Oh wait, hold on.
He's actually good, by
Wait.
the way.
Hold on. You get to deck dump Turpin, and then with Roland, you could. Oh, hold on.
Rolling.
Yeah, no, hold on. Yeah, no, wait. Okay, so you go Angelica, add field spell.
I like how it says
Uh,
like it's a Roland card, right?
card that mentions. Oh yeah, one Roland monster.
One day we're gonna have someone completely unrelated to this archetype. It's just gonna be like
Oh,
Roland,
Roland.
chef to the stars, or something like that.
We are the issue with the fucking magic key. He's a Sky Blaster, essentially, which is relevant to exactly Phantom Sky Blaster.
Yeah, they'll never make that mistake again for sure.
It doesn't even fucking matter. No one actually plays Phantom Sky Blaster.
I mean, I for sure don't.
Yeah, this is a fiend. Unlike your buddy Fiend Mega Cyber, the warrior. There's also a Psychic Mega Cyber, which, despite the name, is a machine. So you know,
There is no Spoon Neo.
uh,
I don't even know how the hell that
I
works,
can't
but
wait I
Jinzo's
can't wait
psychic
till.
too, I guess.
Oh, he's a machine.
Or isn't one of the Jinzos psychic, like the little one? I thought they had like
No, no,
some off one of them.
no, they're machine. I'm sorry.
Oh no, wait. What's the what is the one from Gold Pride? What was that? And wasn't there like a Jinzo guy, one of the racers?
What? No.
I thought he was a psychic. He looked like baby Jinzo.
Oh, you mean Baller?
yeah, baller. I thought he was a psychic and and he looked like baby Jinzo.
I guess if you put it like that. Yeah, okay, hold on. You make level 5. You get the fucking field spell. Get you at fucking Grendel. Grendel gets you at level 1. And then you equip Phoenix Blade. Then you summon Roland from extra deck, and then deck dump Turpin. And look at that, you got Charles. Then link 1 into the link 1. And use the field spell.
He's like, I don't know what to do with it after
Summon
that.
Charles again. Make the link 1 again. That's 2 spell negates on a level 5 synchro.
Yikes. Okay, hang on. We're gonna have to go through that in detail.
Hold on. Actually, hold on. Let me make the combo.
Are you building it? Yeah. Because I'm just putting cards on screen now at this point. Torpin.
Yeah,
How do you spell his fucking name?
put Infernoble and you'll find him.
Ah, but there's so many Infernobles. Okay. There he is. So we're gonna need Rolands then, huh?
Oh, just the one.
The synchro?
Yeah. That's when you turn off level 5.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I was like, it is. Is it? To be perfectly honest, I really, really, very often mix up Roland, Renaud, and Oliver. Like they're all the same fucking person to me. And I like warriors, but they all, I don't know, man. They're
Like,
fire
like
warriors, and
I
they
keep forgetting on Clasper is a fucking Dark Knight. Like, I keep
uh, they all do stuff in the graveyard or they equip or something like that. I don't know. I should know that better. I promise 2024 I'll be better for you. I can change. You had Magnus too, didn't you?
what now? Oh yeah, you send it from back, using the level 5. He's coming back. Let you it's like some shit throw one.
He's like the one-off time where a monster says it's a warrior and I'm like, "Man, this shouldn't he have been a spellcaster?" Not that I'm mad at the typing, but it's just the usual Yu-Gi-Oh thing where someone looks like a warrior and then they're a dragon or a worm or whatever. You know what I mean? I'm like, this guy has got a magic staff. He's definitely a wizard. Nope, warrior. He's a warrior of Christ. That's what it was. I don't think there's basically any chance for Isolde to get out of jail. I think she's never coming back.
Oh,
That was one that popped up on YouTube. Nope.
that's right. Doesn't let you do a lot of things. That's helpful.
I do like that there is a lot of room to wiggle around and you have options. But it does also feel like you can get like shut down on like your first chain out of it. Like someone could just like ash you or something.
I don't know. I guess that's all the other stuff.
I mean, is that an everybody problem? Welcome to the club called Us, modern Yu-Gi-Oh players.
Those don't exist.
It's the baseball kid, Rhoda.
I'm baseball myself.
Limit reached. Oh,
Oh,
because it's
back.
inside. No, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's because I'm fudging with the composition of the deck. Like in this version that we're playing, do we even bother to run hand traps because of how intensive the combo is?
Still, I think we still should. I'm like, no.
Damn you, Master Duel. Wait, so I'm gonna need one faithful and three rights, or three rights and one faithful. It's three rights, Rob.
Smash Duel at it again.
They've ruined me. They've ruined me. I'm ruined. It just goes to show you like how like even very limited changes in the application of the rules, etc., kind of changes your deck formation process. Maybe not in a entirely like good way, or they're more viable, but it makes you think differently for sure.
Wait, hold on.
Revolution
Oh
synchron.
no, wait. Hold on. Wait. I think
Have we discovered something? Getting the extra deck.
I realized something funny.
I love comedy. That's what the whole stream is about, Shadow. I completely forgot about this. Restructure Revolution.
What?
Nothing. It's just like one of the old Revolution cards, but I forgot that it had like the guy on the horse.
I just realized something funny.
Go back. I love a good Draco back. He's even on our background. He's hanging out. For anyone that's seen him on stream, he's back there. See, look. I can't. I haven't kept all my sources together. I don't want to take my stream set apart, but he's back there. Look at him. Lures. So I was trying to use this on Master Duel too in my Adventure Poker Night build that we were working, but I couldn't figure out like how the bounce back was supposed to work with Baron. Like, were you supposed to do something?
I don't know. I mean, yeah, you don't really have to. You kind of just keep it on it.
I mean, the way it works with the way you were describing it sounds a million times better. I like an infinite negate.
It's not infinite gauge. Oh, what the power tool?
Yeah, the Fluoret Defleur with Power Tool.
Yeah, okay. Well, unfortunately, the problem is you can't equip the floor from deck, so you gotta use it at some point. And I'm not sure how to get that.
We can think of a way. There's lots of different ways to pull this shit out now. What about Toolbox? I've been thinking about Toolbox. Now that if we're gonna run the dragon, I mean it's definitely an option.
For Chronicle box?
If you control a monster, you can reveal 2 equipped spells from your deck with different names. Your
Oh,
opponent randomly picks one for you, and
you
you add
already
it to your hand.
three from deck, son.
What's that?
You're already equipping three from deck. Seems a little tanky.
Maybe, but
Comedy.
comedy could be comedy. I mean, very likelihood comedy. I was thinking more like that there would be a scenario where you're always going to have one that you want to chuck to the graveyard. Like, do you want to chuck Floret to the graveyard first?
No, but you need it to be sent from Spell Trap Zone to the graveyard, which is a little weird.
But don't you want it into the graveyard to recur it back, and then you can?
No, but in order to card back, you need to go from Spell Trap Zone to the graveyard. So I need to, look, it may not be good. It may just be some.
No, I'm sure that there is some way because like once it's equipped, if you have someone like Gearfried or someone like that, it's just it's just one pop away. So I don't think it's impossible. It's just it may not be. Maybe toolbox isn't the thing. He's cute though. Okay. Oh boo. Now I gotta remember Reddy's name. Water Enchantress.
Just
Magicore is up here.
all right. I think I
You got something put together that you want to show off?
yeah.
Reluctantly. Sorry, sorry.
There we go.
All right.
Yeah, this one's a bit of a doozy, so I might go fast forward.
All right. I'm gonna purposefully run it slow so that way I can caveman brain it and see what's going on.
Sure.
Okay. Yep, as you do. How did Angelica come out?
Uh, I got a tuner and a level 4. It becomes a tuner when it's special in hand.
Gotcha. Okay. And then she gives you museum because it mentions Charles.
Yes. I like the bottom 2 lines. And by
Hilarious.
God, that's what matters.
But museum's not in play. You've instead activated a different effect of.
Yeah. I said go, hey Oliver, target the freaking thing to bring out Roland. Well, she attacked on purpose. Kind of funny.
Ogier. Okay. I love that the field is on the field. I feel like it should be playing like very light classical music. You know what I mean? Where it's a day at the museum. All right, museum goes off.
I do gotta go though, actually. So,
Oh yeah, for sure. I think we're pretty much done here after this, brother.
well,
And
hope I helped.
I know you have for sure, and I'm gonna be extrapolating on the ideas probably in my own private time. But just capturing the thought
Might
processy
be able to
and
pick up again later.
what's that?
See. Might be able to pick up
Oh yeah,
again.
for sure. I'll be here. Yeah, I'm gonna make a flow chart of this shit. Okay, get Bradamante. The other Charles. completely or original Charles and then Ultra Charles. Ultra. And then Phoenix becomes your equip plus Charles for other Charles. Museum switches equip Charles back to being a monster. Is that right? What? Do you run Do you run 3 Charles the Great in this one? Is it just oops all Charles the Great? Comes back again. To get popped off again. Oh no, okay, now we're gonna you banish Durandal to get gear free. I don't hate that. And then you have Phoenix Blade for just free cards. That's not awful. I mean, having the equip set up, Charles is always going to get you more equip spells, right? Yeah, this is pretty good. This is really good. Thanks a lot, Shadow. All right. Well, I'm a finish things up here and continue working on this on my own time. If you've been here for any part of the process, thanks for hanging out. You can check me out at on Twitch, twitch.tv/Ronaron. Same thing on YouTube.com/Ronaron. Special thanks to Shadowman V4 for hanging out with us. You can check him out on twitch.tv/Shadowman. V4 or underscore V4. Same thing on YouTube. He's a real good guy, so check him out when you can. With that said, my name's Ro. I'm gonna go. I'll see you guys later. Bye.